This is OSNG, Old School Next Generation. We're a dad and two sons who grew up in the woods and learned to hunt the old way. This show isn't about telling you how to hunt. It's about the stories, the screw-ups, the lessons you only learn the hard way, and the memories you don't want to lose. None of it exists without my dad. He taught us how to hunt, how to act, and when to shut up and pay attention. OSNG isn't a podcast. It's who we are. We're all freaks. And this is Old School Next Generation. Welcome back to OSNG. Tonight, we're probably going to make somebody mad because we're asking one of the most dangerous questions in deer hunting. Would you shoot him? Some hunters need a tape measure. Some need a birth certificate. Some just need a clear shooting lane. We're also going to talk about the bucks that completely outsmarted us. We're going to vote on who would get kicked out of deer camp first. And we're going to wrap it up with a fantasy deer hunting draft. Grab a seat, buckle up. Opinions are about to fly. This is Jamie. This is Jaden. I'm Clark. We're OSNG. Let's get at it. All right, we're going to start off. What makes a shooter buck? What qualifies him to go on the hit list?
Old, mature.
All right, well, okay. I'm going to preface this. We're going to start this discussion. It is the end of June. When the sun comes up, it's going to be July 1st. Your second favorite month of the year? Maybe? You love July. Why do you love July?
Oh, antler growth.
I thought he was going to say wieners.
Reminds me of the 4th of July.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
No. Yeah.
You love July. Why do you love July?
Well, because you can start seeing the characteristics of the different deer.
Who was freaking out about 10 days ago?
You.
Me.
Yeah,
I was freaking out about 10 days ago.
And
we didn't have a
but laugh.
single shooter on camera.
Nope.
I was starting to panic a little bit. We've got cameras out in 2 of our farms.
Which is hilarious because I kept telling you, historically, it's usually July whenever we really start ramping up. June's always been slow.
And then in the last 10 days, what's happened?
Blown up.
In one property has blown up. We still don't have, I don't think, a true shooter in that second property yet. But we got 4 on camera in a week, and then you and I saw a 5th on the hoof when we were driving around the other night.
That was the biggest one.
And plenty in the area.
Yeah.
Close enough,
That they could move in anytime. Yeah.
Okay, so 5. Right now, we've seen 5 deer on the properties we can hunt that go on the list. Why are they on the list? What makes it? You said age. What age?
4. Got to be minimum 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
4?
With how, if we had the property that we dream of having and having 700 acres and don't have to worry about anything, it'd probably bump up to 5.
Here, this is going to be a discussion because we never have the same thing. So
Yeah.
you go through your prerequisites.
That's what I wanted to do.
What I'm saying is
you can be wrong.
We got 3 permission properties and there's hunters all over the place. We say 4 because it's about middle age of their lifetime. If they make it to 4, we're gonna put them on the list. If they can make it to 4 with the amount of pressure around us, we have all the land we could ever need, and we don't have to worry about anyone hunting around us. We probably bump that up a little bit because we can.
I mean, 5 would be ideal.
Yeah.
Some guys are lucky enough to hunt properties that they can manage very well. That might even be 6.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, since either of you have been hunting, if a 3-year-old has ever been on the list. And that was a series, or that was a subject of much consternation when you were younger.
I know one that is that can one up that one.
What?
Mine.
Well, that was a mistake.
But we were looking at in the wrong areas too.
Yeah.
Because of that.
So the only time that there was a 3-year-old on the quote hit list was when I was 9, 10 years old, 11.
Yeah.
Like at the
but
very
even
beginning,
then, there were things. It wasn't just any 3-year-old.
No, it had to be a 130-inch 3-year-old. Like that was the minimum.
And we had those.
Plenty of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We had those. So it evolves. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of 3-year-olds out there on the wall. They're 130, 135 inches.
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
At least.
Now, those are all from a long time ago. But it's funny how that moves. At one time, a 3-year-old 130-inch deer, we're letting it fly. Now it's got to be pretty much all of us, say 4 minimum. Now is every 4-year-old a shooter?
Depends on what you have in the area.
Well, and it depends on the deer. So, like, I'm gonna like Johnny. We picked up Johnny's shed this spring. If you've been paying attention the whole time, that's the side-by-side shed that I found that ticked them off. You know, and we thought he was pushing 140.
Mm-hmm.
If he was symmetrical, it's 129.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but Johnny's a shooter. The body,
Yeah.
Well, because we felt like Johnny was
140.
well. I mean, age-wise,
Yeah, we thought he was older and at least 140.
Yeah, him in the summer. Looking
I mean,
at
I
him in
wouldn't
the
have been
summer,
surprised if he was
tank.
a 5-year-old.
At
I mean,
least.
he was
a tank.
big deer.
Yeah.
He ran himself ragged. When he came back in December,
He was
we didn't even
small.
know it was him for sure at first until we looked at other pictures and compared the rack. It looked like a completely different animal. But I mean, he was a horse.
Yeah.
We felt like he was probably 5.
Mhm.
So not every 4-year-old, but why? What makes a good 4-year-old on the list? Do you go 4 and then? Is there something else that they have to do besides before to be on that list?
180 inches.
We're never shooting.
You're
a
in the
deer.
wrong. You're in the wrong podcast, my man.
No, what I'm saying is what I mean by that is you have a deer and potentially we have one this year. That was 3 last year who could potentially blow up.
Maybe.
So what you're saying is, if he's 4 and 180 inches, you're not letting it fly. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So he can grow, or
No, I'm saying in the areas that we hunt, we have a 4-year-old that reaches 180 inches. He's getting it because everyone else is going to be getting it.
Oh, yeah.
no kidding.
But see, that's one of those.
But
that's one of those at 4 years old at 180. It's like, man.
You would love to see.
Yeah. You give him another year, he's probably going to hit that 200 mark, and he's got the genes to do that.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna flip that because he's not making sense to me. 4 years old, 145, 150 minimum. If that, unless it's a buck like
Well,
Johnny.
But it also depends on what kind of bucks you have in that area. If you have several that you could take above him, let him grow.
Well, I'm gonna bring up Kingpin, who's a 4-year-old that I stuck last year. Saw him this weekend. That's flying every night. That's not even a question. You would shoot that deer.
Absolutely.
You would shoot that deer. And
He's going to be 160 inches.
At minimum. Where
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be at least 160 inches. Looking at that frame.
But on the flip side of that, if he is,
How tall was he last year off his main beam?
he tricked me. He was big enough to trick me. We're sitting here going through the prerequisites.
Because,
and
his width is very impressive already, so I'm wanting to kind of gauge where he could
I'd say
potentially
his
be at height.
G2s were 10 or 11 inches long.
So not super long,
No.
not 14, 15 inches, but you get 10 inches. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
On that kind of frame, yeah.
I mean, when he came in, I saw the frame.
Mhm.
Once I saw the frame, I was like, "That's a dude." It's go time. Once I saw him without adrenaline and watching him, I go, "Ooh, maybe that was good." And then I sit here today going, "Thank God," because he could be legit. Now I'm going to flip what you said. If we're sitting on a 180-inch deer, I'm going to let that be a chance. I'm not going to hunt that deer.
180-inch 4-year-old, you're not hunting.
I'm not going to hunt it as hard as an older deer because if he slips, what I'm saying is if we're
We don't lie on this podcast.
no, because they would make me. I want to preface this. They're acting tough.
No, we're not acting tough. We just know you're being.
If
We know you're full of
Liar!
I'm not going to go to the stand praying that deer comes through.
Oh,
Is
but
what
if
I'm
he
saying.
does,
But
you're
if he
not
does,
passing.
I'm not passing.
I guess I'll.
Does that make sense? He would work to the bottom like we did with Droop a couple years ago. He'd be on the hit
Well,
list.
you saw how Droop worked out.
Well, and stickers, and but
Nothing we could do about Droop. He disappeared before season.
yep. But he was on the hit list, but he was not number one. because we didn't know where he was, and we knew if he made it through, he was going to be something, and he was. He made it through, and he was insane. But there are other deer that we could hunt that are probably maxing out that we could pattern easier and things like that is what I'm saying.
All right.
No, if he walks in front of me, it's flying. It's just I don't know if I'm going to go to the woods dead set on that deer.
All right, so I'm going to twist this a little bit. We're going to go through a couple of things. We're going to go lightning round here, okay? Real quick, and then we're going to transition into something else, a discussion on what makes a shooter. What's more important, score or age?
Age.
Age.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. All right. Now, what's more important? Inches or character?
Character.
Yeah.
There are deer that I would put down in a heartbeat, like Big Ugly. I would shoot Big Ugly in a heartbeat.
Everybody always says inches don't matter. I don't believe it.
There's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of jokes right there, and I'll leave it be.
That's why I laid it out there. Jaden's face just went, I can't say what I want to say.
I had 1,000 different things run through my head, but
Go ahead,
Okay,
elaborate.
let's go score versus character, not inches, because I don't care what people say inches are important. Let's go score versus character. Which is more important? If it scores more or if it has more character?
Character. We'll get to the reason why I really don't give a shit what a deer scores anymore.
score than character.
Okay. Why?
Because there are some goofy looking deer at 2 or 3 years old that could be an injury, and you don't know if that's legit. So if they are,
Okay, we've got one this year that's a 3-year-old that his antler, his main beam comes out and goes straight down.
I'm not shooting him.
Yeah.
No. Now, Big Ugly or Torch, yes, those 2 deer I would put down. Torch is a deer that we have a decent history with, not a ton, but
No, we just knew he was old because when we knew about him, he disappeared and then he came
have
back.
that shed. You should have brought that shed. Don't we have Torch's shed?
no, he
Yeah.
didn't give us Torch.
I thought he gave us
He was-
Torch, but kept the other one because it wasn't Alamo.
Did I tell you he found that wasn't the right shed?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's got them marked, and he showed us the wrong one.
I thought he gave you Torch.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's not
Okay,
my truck.
but Torch was one that we hunted a couple of years ago. Was
Yeah.
tall, heavy. I mean, tall.
Yeah, he
not
just-
real wide.
Not real wide, and his
then
main beams weren't real long other than them going up.
And then
Yep.
we believe he reappeared last year and
7 or 8
7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, and
And-
he
He could be
he was a giant 4-pointer.
He could be 110 inches. I don't care. He's 8 years
Yeah,
old.
we'd
he's been
do-
a dinosaur.
Yeah, any of us would have taken him.
He literally was about this tall, but it was like a giant brow tine and the main beam right here. That was it. And that's why I say score then character, because the drop tine main beam, no chance. Torch would be the biggest forkhorn of my life. You know, like it's subjective. You know,
Well, okay. Sometimes with character, you get score, you get inches. We're talking about Big Nasty. A lot of character. He just scored like crazy.
well, just like the Phantom, a lot of character up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not real wide.
Are you talking about
14
character
and a half inches.
solely within the antlers or the deer itself?
Both.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
Why not? I mean, they all of them have different personalities, and as you pattern them, you get to know those personalities. So yeah, I mean, Vader got personal. with me.
And the Warrior.
Yeah.
You know, the Warrior was a real old 8-pointer, all scarred up on his neck and his face. You could see it in the trail camera pictures. Maybe 130. But to put a deer like that on the ground,
another one that I wish we would have gotten, and obviously we can't. Rogue, he was a dick.
that was a bad dude.
I had never seen such an aggressive whitetail in my life. Midsummer,
awesome.
he's running off other
and
other bucks.
We've got video of
Little
him,
bit, not a ton.
We've got the harvest photo of him was killed with a shotgun. Second season, just a little ways away from
Mile
where
away
we
from
hunt.
here. Yeah,
Massive 10-pointer.
and he was behind our house.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
thing.
I
We
mean,
got
literally
trail cam
right behind the
picture,
house,
and that
yeah.
was he broke some tine off because I mean he
But yeah,
fought.
he was super aggressive.
So, well, and then to add into that, Tall Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think Tall Boy would score the best. He'd
No, but
score
he's
all right.
Yeah, because he's heavy and he's
He reminds
long.
me
He
a
just
lot
doesn't
of-
have much
Reminds
length.
me a lot of your 150-inch 9 in there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he's heavy, he's aggressive, he patrols. You know, that's a deer that's fun to
Big
hunt.
body.
Yeah,
Big body. Well, okay. We're waiting this summer on Diablo to show up.
yeah.
We never saw that deer. We found his matching set of sheds
Which is wild.
in the spring. What did we say? 140.
I measured him right at like 143 or something.
Yeah, it was like 143 or
But
145.
every one of us would shoot that deer in a heartbeat.
Not a question.
Had great character, heavy, mature. So character maybe more than inches. History. We just talked about that. History goes a long way. Vader scored less than we thought he would, but he's one of my favorite deer because it was personal. I mean, it was a chess match, and he kept getting me, and he kept getting me, and he was one step ahead of me, and finally I closed it. So yeah, history I think is a big part. What about difficulty?
Oh yeah. That's part of the reason why I go with age. I want to get the ghost of the woods. I don't want to take one that looks at me for 10 minutes and goes, "Oh, that looks like a weird tree. Why is he moving?"
Well, that's because those bust you, and historically have. But
The young ones?
no, the Warriors.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I want that challenge. I want to get one of those deer.
I want that, and then there is a line where it almost becomes annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, because that's what I want to hunt is a mature deer that's smart, that runs everything. But at some point, it becomes annoying,
Yeah.
where you feel like you did everything right, and something still set him off.
Coming up, we're going to talk about one that, you know, when I was putting today together, talking about, you know, those deer that outsmart you. I've got one that it got old and it pissed me off.
Now,
And
I will
we're going to talk
say-
about it.
I will say I have had less experience with bucks that way than does.
It's true. The grandma will get you too.
The old witch of
Yep.
Roadley and
Yep.
then tripod behind the house. Those two does.
Yep, those old, mature, smart does that have been around have seen it all.
Though that will end a hunt so fast.
Oh yeah, because they
I-
don't leave. They run a little bit and then blow more.
Well, not just that. Like literally, like one morning I'm climbing up behind the house, silent.
Mm-hmm.
Dew. It had rained. You know, like I slipped in, and I'm sitting there with a good wind, and the next thing I know, she's blowing at me, upwind of me. Upwind. I don't even know where she's at.
Yep.
Do you know how fast I was ready to get out of the stand? Because like
I'm going back to bed.
I swear to God.
Well, and I think you could give a. I think that I think does that blow like that all the time. I
They
think the
probably
herd
get-
gets used to it.
I was about to say,
Oh,
boy
old
cries wolf.
Gertrude is throwing
Yeah.
a fit again.
Gertrude, you just pulled that one.
I
out.
did. The leaf is blowing funny, and Gertrude's blowing. I mean, I think that there is something to that. I think sometimes we give up too quickly on those. I know
Yeah.
I have. I've been like, I'm done. You know, and I think sometimes we give up too quickly on that. But yeah, those old does, they'll mess you up.
See, I give them a rule. If they blow 3 times, I'm standing up with the bow in my hand. All right, 3 times
It's
too
time
much.
to make you a freezer queen. All right. We're gonna wrap this part up. I'm gonna give you a couple of scenarios. 180-inch 3-year-old or 135-inch 7-year-old.
7.
Broadside 20 yards.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Hey, I'm just saying, if the shots are equal, it's not a question. it's 180 inches. Sorry.
I don't shoot for the wreck.
Hey, I
That
said
180-inch 3-year-old is going to be a 200-inch 4-year-old.
until he's poached off the road. If opportunity presents itself, you take what God gives you.
See, if he's poached off the road, he just
All
go
right.
kill the poach.
Have you ever regretted shooting a buck or regretted passing up a buck?
I have regretted shooting a deer.
Which one?
my 150 inch 12 or 12.2.
Oh,
Maybe at
my
the time-
steak's too juicy, my lobster's too buttery.
Maybe
I was
at
so sad.
maybe at the time, but we lost that property.
I know.
Before
but
we could step foot in it again.
I
so
still,
okay, whatever.
I got fooled by looking.
you got a
at the-
152 inch
This is
2-year-old.
where I'd put my 150-inch deer if I had one. Like, get out of here.
No, I'm serious. I was sad because I never wanted to be that kind of person.
But here's the thing: you didn't even know it.
You
wouldn't tell me.
We kept that from you for like a year.
I know.
He only found out because he made me mad.
Is that what you told him because he ticked you off? Yeah, we literally we took him to the meat locker and we're like, we can't tell him this is a 2-year-old.
She goes, the taxidermist goes, "This is the biggest 2-year-old I've ever seen," and we go, "Huh?"
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Oh, this deer's 2.5." And then she like pulls the lip down and she goes, "Oh, it's not even a question." She goes, "Good job, guys." And we're like, "Oh, he can never know. He can never know." I've done both.
Okay.
I don't regret Jackass.
Yeah, that was frustration.
Idiot.
My first one, I wish I knew more. I got caught up.
Okay.
Although I will say it's the only buck I've ever taken with a bow, so I'm 50-50 on it. And then there were deer when I was on my own early that I probably should have shot.
That you passed up because you were afraid I'd
I
be
was
mad.
Yep. There were 8-pointers.
Real
in-
big, 80,
in nines.
85 inch 8-pointer.
No. Because I
You have
hunted
a heart attack.
Yeah. I hate hearing that, but I know.
because I hunted so many times with you and Pawpaw. You guys would point out some of these bucks, and they're young and they're running and they're mobile, and some of them would come through, and I'd be like, "That's a shooter," and then I'd remember Pawpaw telling me, "No, it's not." And
It's not for him. It may not be for me. For you.
and there were
Yeah.
times that I stood up with my bow
Mm-hmm.
and then was worried about the recourse afterwards. So
He killed a 2-year-old, and all we did was make fun of him.
Pawpaw? Oh. Now I know you have. That 9-pointer.
Yeah.
Oh, over there by your house.
No, that was across the street. We walk up on it and I go, "Is this the same deer you were talking about?"
Yeah,
And he goes,
that's the one I was going to talk about. I mean, I was hunting. I watched him come down this creek. I was jacked up, man. He looked great. I shot him. You guys come and track, and we walk up on him. I'm like, that's not the deer I shot. That can't be the deer I shot. He was way bigger than that.
I'm like 12, 13 years old, and I go, "You mean the blood trail we followed right to the deer?" that's not
What
the right
was
deer.
he? 110 inches.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, he was. Yeah, that's the one I was gonna. That's the one that I've shot that I went. What in the world were you doing? I got caught up.
Yep. And
I got caught up.
that day that I killed mine, I was sky high. I called him in off of a snort wheeze. Here he came. He was with another buck that was smaller than him.
Mm-hmm.
So he seemed even bigger than he was. And I got the best angle possible.
Yeah.
Looking at the back.
Angles are crazy.
The back angles. Ugh.
Yeah.
The ghost from the back looked like he was 6 feet wide.
Well, Kingpin, when he's 7 inches
Yeah.
on each side of his rear end walking away, it's not even a question until he's 145 inches in 3 months. But once I saw him on the ground, because we know the story, I was like, "Oh my God, this just got worse. Like, this is way worse."
Well,
than-
one, I had to shoot him 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, pincushion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad deal.
That's the picture that you send when he gets mouthy. You just send the picture of pincushion in the back of the truck. It shuts him up every time.
My smallest deer and Jaden's biggest deer are the same age.
And out of the same woods.
It's 75 yards apart.
Your biggest deer came out of that same stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a
Thought
certified
about
killer.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah, mine is the one that I just got caught up. I was trying to think of one that I have passed that I regretted. And I'm not sure I can think of one. I haven't thought of one. Maybe I've told you guys about one that you remember. I mean, I know that there have been some that I have passed up, and I'll show Papa Joe a picture, and he'll go, "What are you thinking?"
I know there was one in the Franklin County one, across the road. And then I'm pretty sure you weren't overly happy about passing curved up, even when he was younger.
Mm. Yeah, that was still the right choice. I mean, I didn't end up getting him. We ended up 172 inches. Another hunter killed him in the same woods. That happens.
Yeah.
But when I passed him, he wasn't ready yet. I mean, it just, sometimes that
So
happens.
let's talk about that.
Okay.
What was he? Because he wasn't 3,
He was probably 4.
4, and
140 something,
Mhm.
150. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that and just to circle back to,
Yeah.
and that was, oh god, that was almost 15 years ago. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Old.
Yeah, no kidding. Because I can remember that.
I
deer
remember
chasing in front of
that.
me and Pawpaw.
Well, I remember that deer because he'd get trail cam cards out and he'd get the laptop and I'd sit there and when he'd get pictures of that one, he'd
Yeah.
be like a kid in a candy store.
We saw his sheds from the year I passed him. Carl got his both side sheds. You remember looking at them at his place,
No,
and then
I didn't get to
Yeah.
see those really.
Me and you did. I
think we were
yeah.
walking, yeah.
Yeah. And then Eric killed him the next year. And I found out the opening morning of shotgun season while I
While
was
you
sitting
were
in
hunting
the
that-
stand while I was hunting that deer.
Can't kill a ghost.
Yep. No, that was not good.
And
Kind of like
that-
us trying to kill Antius this year.
Oh, we were
he was
after
dead,
him,
he was
man.
dead for 2 months. We had no idea.
And that's when I just climbed down and go home. You know
Yeah.
what?
I don't remember much from that morning. Just sat there
I remember you texting me
dejected.
because I was at school
Mm-hmm.
and you texted me and I was like, oh no. Like it ruined my day at school. I couldn't imagine sitting
Because that was the one buck that I
It
was
reminds me of
was
that
hunting that I
meme
knew
of
was
the
there.
Pablo Escobar sitting.
Yeah, sitting in the swing. That's how I felt in the stand that morning. It was rough. All right, we're gonna transition now. How mature bucks beat hunters? Okay, how do they outsmart us? And here's where I'll start this one. Goofy.
Goofy's good.
Goofy ticked me off.
The fact that he came back for one picture, this
One
last year
cameo last year.
and never saw him again.
I mean, that was the one year before last that I was after.
I was after him hard too.
I saw him a couple of times at a distance.
I had him 4 yards away from.
You had him almost got a shot at
He's
him.
at 39 yards, and I was confident at 35.
I had a business trip. I'm in line at like 5 o'clock in the morning in Virginia for security at the airport. My phone goes off and there he is. And I'm all excited because when I come home, I've got a week off to hunt. We never saw him again. That was the last time we saw him until he made the cameo late last season.
November 29th at 8:10 in the morning.
And this is one where I saw him at, say, 100 yards 2 or 3 times.
I only ever saw him once.
And the wind was right. I wasn't moving. And 2 of those times, I felt like he locked on me through the woods.
I see.
Well, what? No, not through the woods, across a field. One time I was along the field edge. The other time I was about 10 yards inside. And he was across the field. And both times he stood like a statue and stared right at me. One time was on the west side, the tree you couldn't get in with the climber. And the other time was the tree that I killed Vader in. And he was on the west side of that field where we have that camera.
Mhm.
And he locked on me. And then, I mean, it was like I never got him close enough. And it was like he was outsmarting me and I was doing everything right. And I couldn't figure that out.
I'm not sure if he knew I was there. I
think maybe he senses stuff. I
Yeah.
mean,
No, I-
and-
like,
and
I don't-
Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
what he did with me. Maybe that's what he did with you. He just sensed.
it's just the
that
way
something was
the
wrong.
way he walked in, and he was walking right at me. It's not like he
and that was
came
a
from
rainy day. It was quiet. Yeah.
And he was walking directly at me, and I was thinking he's going to take this trail up this hill, and I'm going to have a 20-yard shot. And next thing you know, when he gets to about 40 yards, he starts veering south, and I'm like, oh, there he goes. But it was just that sudden switch of direction. He was coming at me the entire time till about 40, and the next thing you know, he's going south. It was beautiful too. That was election night.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty day all day long. Went and voted. never got any better, and I was like, I'm going anyway. I'm gonna go sit in the rain. It was worth it. Never saw that buck again.
Yeah, and it was a few days later that I got him on camera, and then he just disappeared. And he showed up one time late season last year on camera, and we still
Never
haven't
saw
seen him
again.
since.
Didn't get his shit.
He had to have moved to a neighboring farm, and we just got him cruising one day.
But that's right in what he did though, because we got him mid to late June the first time in that south field.
Well, the year I hunted him, we got a lot of pictures of him during the summer and early.
That's what I mean. We had no idea who he was, and then boom, there he is, and he's the dude of the woods. And next thing you know, he's gone. He may have done that somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, I think that something that is understood, but maybe not as appreciated as it should be, is if they are the dominant buck, they know the woods inside and out. And
Well, that's what I was going to say when he started it. I was going to say they have years of playing the wind. They know what they're doing.
Well, not just that, but if you know something, you know when something's off. So like
Sixth
just
sense, yeah.
like in a human terms, the day that you took your shed out of my room, I knew what I know it's funny, but I knew
when you walked in, you could tell something was different.
I could sense something was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I looked for was the thing that's not mine, and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't look up. I sat there and was mid bite of my burger and realized something isn't right. Now, not to exaggerate, anything, they are prey. They are prey. They run for their lives year round.
Every 24/7, 365. Yeah.
So,
And I think sometimes we forget that.
Yes.
That's their whole mission in life is to survive.
so when increased pressure happens, because we don't go into the woods very often during the summer, we're heavy in the spring, minimal to no contact in the summer,
As little as possible.
and then
Change cameras, get out.
sometimes even less in the fall if our presets are good. We might be in there one time for 2 months, where when we pick up and you guys locked on this deer, how many times did you guys hunt that field or that area? And I'm not questioning. I'm just saying, even if it's 4 or 5,
maybe, I hunted that holler where we got him a lot during the early season. I hunted that a few times. And where he first, I felt like, picked me out was near there. I wasn't there, but he was near there. So maybe his, senses were heightened because he had seen me, smelled me, and just felt I was there before.
And another thing that I think that we're conscious of but don't pay enough attention to is, where does a big buck want to stay? So, like, we love this field that we're talking about. And this year, I think it could be a gold mine.
It's good with beans, but it's even better with corn.
Oh, with corn, it's been great.
But it's a double-edged sword because there's a reason why we like it. Water, food, and cover.
But it's hard to get in there.
But that's
It's
hard to
get
It's
out of
almost
there.
impossible to get there.
That's what I'm saying.
Without getting detected.
Especially if, we thought,
You walk the edge of the pond, that's all bedding.
we thought,
You walk the edge of the woods, the other side,
all bedding.
All bedding.
we elect to just walk down the middle of the field because of those reasons. But
I try to take the low spots.
Yeah.
If I-
And there is a holler that comes up through there that you can get a little bit of cover.
like that pond, if I'm a big buck, that's where I'm staying.
Mhm.
It's grown up in cane. You've got water, food, and cover within
And you can
20
see
yards, a 20-yard radius. You can see everything. And while we're conscious of that, we still want to get there.
Mhm.
So we try to take the path of least resistance. We run the hollers, but we still go. And I wonder if that does more harm than good sometimes. Is it better to take the thick route?
Depends on if you're climbing or not.
I think entry and exit is one area that we overlook as far as its importance.
When you say we, do you say hunters or OS&G?
OS&G. I think that's one area I could be a lot better
I
at.
think our entry and exits at our Franklin spot could definitely be much better. There's not much more we can do with the Jefferson.
Well, that's you have limitations.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some areas you have to do what you got to do.
It is
or you
hard to
can't
get
there.
to anything there because of the way everything's set up.
Well, I've got the hiccups. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get off the table.
Yeah,
Thanks.
about time.
You want me to scare you?
No,
Boo! Dude, you just blew my headphones up.
sorry everyone. As that blast through a car
No,
or some speaker.
it probably peaked. It's fine.
Now, there are things that we could do. The question is, what is the trade-off? I don't prefer going in the woods when it's green. If I get downwind,
Or dark.
if I get downwind of poison ivy, I've got to get a steroid shot. So I don't go in the woods. But
Play the world's smallest
Steroid
violin.
shot from poison ivy, or there's things in the dark in the woods. Jamie's a big teddy bear.
I can carry. We're good now.
No, you can't carry when you're bow hunting.
For now.
Crazy. Just got that, huh?
Yep.
It was like 21. It was like 22 Jump Street.
Oh.
Anyway,
Sorry.
whatever. And on private ground, you can. We could create pathways through
Oh, yeah.
that thick stuff.
Yeah.
It's called
You know,
a 2018 Hustler, boy.
And I think, number one, like I said, I don't like getting in there because of poison ivy. I'm worried about that. I don't like ticks.
Snakes.
Snakes. don't-
Sam Squatches.
He doesn't like frogs either. They jump on you.
There's mosquitoes in the woods.
I never said that.
Man, you're soft.
I don't like.
Charmin soft.
I don't like ticks, and I ain't dealing with poison ivy because poison ivy always ends up in places you don't want it.
Don't forget
Well,
coyotes.
if you would wash your hands before you touch yourself.
What are you insinuating?
How many? No.
You're married.
Jaden.
Okay,
What? Stop.
let me say my thing. I think we're a little lazier than we need to be when it comes to some of that stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think
We-
Adrian, no,
You
yeah,
found
I
a
think
shed
I
with a
am.
side by side.
That is true, Mr. Side-by-Side Hunter.
With my son.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he should.
But no,
You know what?
I agree. I
what I
agree.
want
That,
you to
I think
do-
that's something that I can be better at is the entry and exit because I think that could make me better, but I take the easy path.
We do. And
Well, but it's because part of the reason is I'm 52 and I'm fat and I use a climber a lot.
physical
and-
activity might be good for you.
But I don't like to sweat when I get in the stand.
You're soft
But
too.
what I'm saying is we do the work now. What I'm saying is we could clear paths now.
Now we're too late.
We're not too late.
You won't
Because
go in the woods in the summer.
I'm saying,
It's like the Amazon out there.
Ticks, poison ivy.
dude,
I
hate
get what
ticks.
he's pointing the finger at us to go do it.
I'm not telling you to go do it if I'm not going to go do it. I'm just saying it is a legitimate thing that we could do that we don't.
I agree. No, I absolutely
you know,
agree.
We can poke fun at me. That's fine. I don't see either of your asses bringing it up either.
I
you know-
brought it up. You can.
Yeah,
you
no,
well,
he has,
that,
yeah.
that actually doesn't surprise me. And it was probably shot down by this guy, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
If you sweat more, it might help you out.
Dang.
But those are things that a lot of people do and have success with. And I think that the Franklin County property, we could absolutely benefit off of doing that
Absolutely.
for like this field's reason. You could get to it from the other side. You could.
How?
There's
Because the other side, that property is controversial.
Yeah.
The ownership of the other side of that property is in question.
southeast.
Ooh.
Mm.
It
Along
would,
that pond.
it would take work if you came from the east.
You need a machete like you're going through the Amazon for 300
As I
yards.
said-
I feel like there's too much bedding there.
Well, if you just cut your path, you're not going to disturb the bedding but one time.
Because before the ownership issue, I went to that through that east side a couple of times.
yeah,
In the evening, that's a better entry and exit because they feed
Yeah,
in
you
that
drop
field.
you drop me off on the east
yeah.
side, and then you'd keep going.
Yeah. But that's how it is. All right. Goofy was mine. Big Buck that outsmarted you. Tex? Not really. I mean, you had that encounter with him.
That was Big Country.
Big Country, okay.
Let me think about it. The one that really outsmarted me the most, because I've had a few.
Because this is the part that I've gotten to where I really like is the chess match with the individual mature deer.
I was chasing Tallboy really hard last year until we figured out he was the busted rat.
Busted up, yeah.
Nasty fooled me once and never saw him again.
But that was and I mean, that's one of those deals where
I had
kind of like Goofy.
I had more encounters with Goofy, or not Goofy, Droop, than in him doing
Okay,
that.
Droop outsmarted us both. I mean, he had a
You're
knack.
8. Dad's 8. That whole
Loki?
weekend. No. The 137. You hunted him all weekend. Every time you came in.
Oh,
The one I switched after Goofy disappeared.
Yeah. I didn't mean that in a bad way.
No.
Just
Yeah.
you chased him.
Yeah,
and
I
you-
chased it.
you
Well, the
chased
thing
him
is,
hard.
was he kept showing up with those group of does at that certain corner at 2:30, and I was like, I'll get in at 1. I'll get in well before he's going to be there. I'm walking in at 12:45, and he's already in there. The one day that I decided to go early,
But
he
you
was in
don't
there
know
early.
that. He might have been in there at 1:45 or 1 o'clock every time, just not in front of the camera.
Well, wasn't
and
the
that's where I
second-
think we rely on that camera a little too much. 'cause you only
wasn't the
see this
second
area.
day you came in from a different spot? You thought he was going to be over here based on the last
Yeah.
time we saw him, so you came through a different way, and he was right there.
Ran into him again.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just
Well, I'm
that
pretty
was
sure
so
that's just-
unfortunate.
Well, in another sit, I was sitting on the other side, and he was chasing a doe on the other side. And I'm like, I just can't win.
Okay,
So
Droop,
the 8, I
Droop's a
guess.
good example because the year before he disappeared before the season, we had a couple of shots at him late in the
Well,
year, and
it was-
he
it was-
threaded the needle on us 2 or
It was
3 times.
New Year's Eve. We were hunting the same, I guess, edge kind of. You're way further west, and he came out where we expected him to, and you called New Year's Eve. He called him in. That's how you know he's young. And he circled Dad's wind, but went the one place I couldn't get a shot at him.
Yeah.
He went. If he would have went a little closer this way,
He'd have come right in
He
on
would've
you and
came-
been upwind of you,
And
but
10
down he
yards.
was trying to wind me. I was grunting. I grunted him across that cornfield from 200 yards,
and he
circled me just like you would expect one to do. And I thought he was going to come right in your wheelhouse,
Yep.
and he slipped right between us. And I think he did that twice.
probably.
He did.
Yeah.
Because that's why we've got now. Or, sorry. That's why
Dude.
Bleep it. You'll have to bleep it.
That's fine. But that's why that stand is there, because of those 2 encounters.
Well,
We could bleep that. It's all
yeah.
Yeah, please.
The one time, the time that he had the best shot at him, he actually came through that fence row about where we have that hang on now, wasn't
Mhm.
it? Yeah. He was in
What
the
hang on?
climber tree.
The one that we put in that finger there you hunted last year, took you 20 minutes to get up the ladder.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you said northwest.
West,
That's
north-
northeast.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, on the field, it's north.
Directionally. Okay, I see what you're
Directionally challenged.
saying. Directionally challenged.
It's the northwest corner. My bad.
All right, we're gonna do something. We're gonna transition to the. What, oh, you don't. Oh, you had one.
I've never been outsmarted by a deer. You see what he's doing? It's all good.
James, tell us how you've been outsmarted.
Come on, big nuts.
I really Big Country and the one I put down are the only ones that No. I'm serious because I rattled Big Country in.
It's
and
because he doesn't hunt.
Well, okay. I'm going to stick up for James there.
I'm
There's a
joking.
good reason he didn't hunt for a few years.
You want to trade?
No.
I wish I could have been in a stand, my man.
Bite your tongue.
Big Country I rattled in, thought it was good, and he skirted me just enough to where I couldn't poke out. and
Went
hit him.
downwind, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Just enough. And then the one that I put on the ground stopped in that shooting lane. I had the wind, I had everything. He just locked up with his shoulder over that tree.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have done anything.
You'll never get
different.
this.
Yeah, well, plot
Yeah.
twist. He gave me a better shot a week later.
He had the boomstick a week later. He didn't anticipate that.
At 30 yards.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought a gun that can shoot 200 to shoot bow range. But those are the only 2 that I can say got me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be me
Mm-hmm.
or unfortunate events like goalpost, that 8-pointer we had.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to this stand. You put me in this one.
How many times have you told this story? on the podcast? We're in
I think
episode
so.
11.
I think this is number 2.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more than that.
No, I think
it
it's
feels
not
like it was more than that.
I'm at 30.
I made him go to a stand he didn't want to go to, and this deer showed up at the stand he wanted to go to.
I will say you did that
And
with
he
me
watched
last
it.
year.
It happens.
But
This one. Okay.
you know, like that one, it outsmarted us. It wasn't anything that I did because I was 12, you know, but he went to the stand that we weren't at because we were hunting a different deer, curved up, that we were talking about earlier. So those are the two that I feel like got me rather than me getting myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I love listening to the old guy and watching both Johnny and the ghost take the trail 30 yards away from the tree I originally made or I originally chosen.
It's
I
a
could
50-50 shot once you
happens.
draw back, my man.
All right.
It would have been a lot cooler to draw back.
Would have been a lot cooler if you did. All right, we're gonna move to the next thing. We're gonna go to who gets voted off deer camp. All right.
Oh, that's not even a question.
No, there's going to be scenarios. I'm going to give you the scenario, and then we're going to point at one of us that we think fits best. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Old man's got to put the
readers
on.
Oh, your cheetah print glasses?
Yeah,
It's cute.
dude. They can't see that. Why are you calling me out?
They're cheetah print. It's awesome.
I can read with them. All right.
I have a joke, but I'm not gonna do it.
All right. Which of us is most patient? I agree with that. All right. Which of us is most impatient? Oh.
I didn't see anything. It's an hour before sundown. I'm going to move.
Yes.
I just like make.
I'm
like
cold.
making
I'm going to get on the
No,
ground.
No, I got it.
I got
It's
nothing.
2-1. It's 2-1.
And you both have half a brain.
Biggest gear junkie.
What do we want this year?
I'm gonna use a climber. I'm gonna use a saddle. I'm gonna use a hanging hunt. Oh, this is gonna bite me in the ass. Luckiest hunter. What do you guys say? What do the deer do for me?
They bed down in front of you.
Go ahead, babe. Oh, it's Clark. Shoot me. Shoot me.
I can smell him. It's my day.
He's here.
Who has the worst luck? I say Jaden. Why do you feel like you have the worst luck?
Oh no, I got within 30 yards of numerous booners that I didn't get shots at. What bad luck do you have?
Okay, yeah. You both have had
Success of putting them on the ground. I don't have
Okay,
any.
you've had some bad luck. Yeah, that's true. Who's the most stubborn? Ooh,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have to think about this one. Who's the most stubborn?
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Why did you not
When
get
you get
why did you not
something-
get in the car on Sunday?
So I didn't want to go that day.
Well,
It's not July.
July.
I didn't want
It's
to go that
June
day.
the 26th or
He
7th
is so
or
he
whatever
is so
it was.
stuck
8th.
on his ways. He does not want to read and look into more things and try different things.
Okay,
He
I
is
see
more
that,
stubborn.
But
Okay.
you get your mind set on something,
And you're gonna do it.
and you're going to do it.
Well, that
If-
sounds like I'm
Come hell or high
determined.
water. That's called stubborn.
I'm determined.
I and to say that I don't research and look into things, I weigh.
And you go, that's wrong.
No, I'll question you. There's no problem with questioning
All right.
you.
Most likely to hunt a bad wind. What?
I feel like you like to throw curveballs. We've talked about that. Don't always hunt the wind. I feel like you're more capable of just saying, yeah, screw it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, it's not,
I think in the past,
it's not
I think
a
the last
jab.
couple. No, I think the last couple of years I've played the wind more,
No, and-
more down the straight and narrow than before.
because like, it's not like a jab. I'm just thinking like, I feel like you could say, I'm going to sit here no matter what the wind is, see what happens.
Well, and at one time I would have said yes, but I stink apparently. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No,
I
Well,
haven't. I mean, at one time I'd be like, yeah, with the body wash, with the scent spray, with the clothes, I can hunt. What was it? Hunt 360. Bull. I don't. You can do it all right, and if the wind is wrong, you're going to get winded, and that's how over the last couple of years I've flipped that. So I mean, at one time I'd agree. Not now.
I wouldn't say, and I'll take ownership of that one, and I wouldn't say that I'll just go hunt willy nilly, but I'm gonna go. As long as he doesn't come through this way, I should be all right.
You kind of rationalize,
Yeah.
playing
and guess where they show up from?
right there every time.
That's not true.
95% of the
No,
time.
that's not even close to being true.
95% of the time,
It
they do it
works
every
every
time.
time.
If it burnt me more than it does, maybe I'd stop.
All right. Who is most likely to forget gear?
Put your hand up. You took the wrong bow one time.
One time. You want
That-
to know how many times?
I think it's me. Yeah.
Where's my
Dude,
deer herd in a stick? I forgot the shotgun shells.
I lose my ever loving mind.
That's true. I didn't think about that. I was thinking
Yep.
the bow really.
Okay, I had
yeah,
a-
that was
you
an
are
epic
a problem.
And
you are a
that's-
problem.
That's the one
I've
that
done it
made me.
so many
That's the
times.
one that made me think. I was like, I might point at myself.
Dude, I've gotten in the
but no.
tree and
Now-
not had a release
now-
multiple times.
When I don't have stuff, my first message is who used this last. Because I normally just set everything down and don't touch it until
that's
I go
what
out again.
I usually. If I hunt the next day, I go and check my backpack the night before, and
Yep.
then I just leave it there, and then I grab it, and I don't forget it.
Yep. I am the one that is most likely to forget gear.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing like that.
Who's the best tracker? You're colorblind.
You wouldn't have that 9-pointer if it wasn't for me. You wouldn't have that 9 if it wasn't.
I
for
wouldn't
me.
have Krabby if it wasn't for him.
Well, it sounds like you're the worst one.
Hey, and Barry, you weren't there that day.
Yeah.
Barry
He's
was-
got great instincts.
yeah.
Okay.
He's got great instincts.
Where would I
at
go if I was a
tracking.
dying deer kind
Yeah,
of thing?
he's got great instincts.
Like picking
You
a-
do a nice job of the grid search type of thing, but you're also colorblind.
Apparently, it doesn't matter.
Dude, I've
decent
He's
at
got great instincts when it comes to tracking.
it is so much fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
He-
the hardest
he's a
track
very
was the
good
freak.
tracker.
Yeah.
Okay. You say so.
Even Jaden could see that one.
Even I could find that one.
He wouldn't have that 9 if it wasn't for me.
Who's the best shot?
With what?
Bow. We most of our time is spent bow hunting. Who's the best shot?
Right now, Jaden.
Yeah.
Right
I think
now.
Jaden. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't ego. I was just saying.
Yeah. No, I think Jaden is right.
You know, if he would have pointed at himself, I would have said it's ego, and I'm better. But
Well,
Hey, he's a good shot.
no, he
be-
is.
Yeah.
before
last
I
couple
had to
years,
take a
yeah.
hiatus, it
No, I agree. I didn't shoot a bow enough.
yeah.
Who is most likely to overthink the situation? You point at him or me? So you're pointing at each other. I'm the deciding vote. Well, but
I'm
that's not a knock. You're most likely to overthink it because you think everything through.
I am more of a let it ride.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like this is my thought process. This could go wrong. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Where you will dissect everything.
All right, last one. We're going to move to the next segment. Who's most likely to buy another gadget?
I was looking today.
Yeah.
I was looking at
sure you
self-filming
are.
stuff today.
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
was
gonna,
like,
it.
I'm gonna look into getting stuff.
and
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna buy a saddle.
Wait, like a
Hybrid.
saddle?
Hybrid hunt.
I thought, what's the thing you bought out in the garage?
You
The hanging hunt.
So that's what the hybrid is. You use both. So like for long days and stuff.
You gonna build a tree house out there at this
no,
point?
no. What's the difference? Because we all wear tree tethers. And
Sometimes.
yeah, that's true. But a saddle.
Are you talking about a tether or are you talking about like the safety harness?
Both.
I can't. I can barely move without a safety harness.
No,
now.
yeah, I don't like
No
not having
kidding.
a harness.
Yeah.
I won't.
You fall and you break your arm out of a tree stand, and yeah.
So
I can't believe I hunted for so many years without one.
So my reasoning is after having a saddle and using a lineman's belt and things like that and understanding how they are, having the tree stand is beautiful for movement and things like that. And if I want to sit, I can sit. But if I don't like necessarily the shot angle, I can then change it with the saddle. And it's better with my lineman rope. And all my ropes are on my hips, not my backpack, things like that. So like and you don't have to spend the whole setup because you just use your tree stand. That's what a lot of people are going to now, but they're using the micro stands where if I'm going to do that, I'm just going to buy a saddle platform and not what I bought.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing that it's another trend, but I see a lot of pros in it.
Okay. All right. We're going to move to the next thing. We've only got a couple of things left. We're getting right almost an hour. Got a couple of things that I want to do here. We're going to do we have the last few years done fantasy football. Never done any fantasy sports. You guys got me into fantasy football a few years ago. We've done a league. Huh?
Stop. What? No.
I just realized what he's golden. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a deer hunting draft. Okay. It's going to be snake draft. All right. But we're each going to get a pick for each category. All right. We're going to start right to left. My right to left. You're going to go first, then me, then you. Okay. And then we'll go backwards. I'll always be in the middle. All right. If you had one to pick, what kind of bow?
Lift X, baby. Matthews Lift X.
Okay. All right.
Well, a raven.
So I'm just going to have to go with, and I'm going to say this because you won't, just crossbow.
Oh, I thought we were going like brands.
Well, I mean, you can. I mean, mine is the, Barnett Whitetail Hunter. It's
Why I said
all I
raven
need.
for him
Well, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that.
until he gets his hands on it.
Yeah.
Well, don't get my hands on one then, because I'm doing okay with the Barnett. James?
All right, if I could have a dream bow, it's going to be a Matthews Lift. I absolutely
Whoa,
agree.
whoa! I took him.
Yeah, you gotta pick something else. He took it. It's off the table.
Sorry.
Well, what riser did
Next
you get?
show.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, then I'll take the 6-inch riser.
Okay, so if anybody
lot.
from Matthews is watching,
Hey, hit us up.
All
He's already got one, by the way.
Yeah.
So if we want to even that score,
all right, James, you're up. What type of broadhead do you choose?
Rage Extreme 4-blade.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Rage Hypodermic.
Rage 3-blade.
Okay, is that a fixed or is that a mechanical?
Mechanical.
No, that's
Mechanical
the
Rage.
original.
Okay.
I've wanted to dabble into fixed blades, but I haven't.
When I was younger, we shot fixed. I know a lot of guys swear by fixed. I've not had the issues that a lot of people had with mechanicals.
Well, and that's why I
Yeah.
like the Rage Extreme, because you get that single bevel up front,
Mhm.
and then you get the slip cam behind it.
Mhm.
I think it's best of both worlds. The problem is I can't find them anymore.
I mean,
No,
I've heard
you
a lot of
can't.
people that have had horror stories with mechanicals, and that just, I mean, Dad went to mechanicals.
Hey, if
With
it
the
was
old
good enough
Wasp,
for Leroy,
He used those Wasp
Jackhammers.
broadheads, jackhammers. We had
There's some
great
Grim
success
Reapers
with
in
it.
there.
Yeah,
Grim
That's
Reapers,
a good one.
the
Yeah.
G5
I was
or
gonna say Mega Meats. I want to try.
Mega Meats are good. I'm
Okay.
just, if I can't find them this year, I'm gonna get some Mega Meats.
Okay. All right, Jaden, you're up. Tree stand.
Climber,
What kind?
Summit.
Most comfortable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I tried your Lone Wolf once, and I couldn't get 4 feet up the tree.
Yep. I'll stick with the Lone Wolf. See, I can climb trees with it. I can't climb in the Summit, but Summit is way more comfortable than the Lone Wolf is. James.
Lone Wolf Custom Gear .75 with a tall bracket.
Is
and
that
a
what you
wide
have?
seat. No.
No?
God bless, no.
Yeah.
I wish.
Okay. Lone Wolf? James, this is the gadget guy. He's got the wish list, you know?
Hey, those Lone Wolf stands are awesome.
All right, James, you're up. Boots.
Ooh. Amazon $50 boots. Thai boots. Gotta be jungle boots.
Pack boots.
Pack boots, same thing.
Okay. See, we always used rubber boots.
Yeah, and I hated it.
I mean, I grew up, I wore knee-high rubber boots.
I was going to say, they
for
were
scent
thigh highs.
control. For scent control, that was, I mean, Leroy was rubber boots, scent control. But with the rubber boots, especially when we were using hang-on stands and, you know, screw-in steps or, you know, drilled steps, you'd wear out the bottom and they would leak. Well, then your rubber boots don't do much good. But we were also hunting bottomland a lot of times then, too. So you might be going into knee-deep water, and you wanted those. Like now you guys got me a pair of Rocky, you know, pack boots, lace-up boots. I love them. I couldn't hunt where Dad and I used to hunt with those boots.
And that's true. I hated not being able to feel anything. I always felt like with the rubber boots, I never felt.
With your size 13 or whatever, you sounded like Sasquatch coming through the woods in rubber boots.
It was just
like, dude, pick your freaking feet up.
And then when I did, I just smashed everything in a 3-foot radius. I just never felt like I could connect with what I was climbing on, whether that be, you know, an antenna or the peg steps. You know, I can't do that anymore.
Bigfoot over here. I mean, there were some antenna stands you couldn't climb because your boot was too big.
And I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
He'd just scurry up. Well, it's the one he broke his arm out of.
Yeah.
He climbed right up it.
Yeah,
and
small.
I'm like, I can't get my feet on it. He's like, yes, you can. And I put my foot up on it, and my toes were like this. And he goes, go sit on that stump.
You might fall out of it. All right. You're up on this one. Boots.
Whatever those navy boots I have, I don't know what kind.
Are those
they
like the short
like
slip-ons?
slip them on.
Those are rubber, right?
Yeah, they're duck boots.
Yeah.
I
Duck
like
boots?
those a lot. Now, whenever it gets, you know, December, they're not fun. But those are my favorite. You slip them on, and you feel like you're just walking.
Yeah.
Not clunky at all.
All right. All right, you're up first on this one. Camo.
I gotta go with Kings. I love it.
You got all your King stuff.
I'm
going to take his because I know it'll be.
I love
I
Kings
think
because-
I'm going to take his.
And there's a lot of different patterns and stuff that I'm planning on getting for like throughout the year and all that. But the rain stuff I really enjoy. I like that rain stuff.
Well,
a lot.
it's good. I mean, none of us have ever had the really expensive stuff.
I just buy it secondhand.
You do?
Under Armour was top of the line. For a
I'm
long
not talking
time.
about Under Armour.
He's calling about shit your butt on my face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
well,
Sitka, no Osseo, none of that.
We can't
line.
afford any
Kings
of
is
that.
Kings is getting pretty
It's like
close.
it's
to
like
that.
middle probably.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's not. You're
I mean,
just
I
get
grew up
regular.
wearing Walls
Overalls.
Walls. What was it? Mossy Oak overalls. That's what I grew up wearing. Now I'm going to take his. I think I'm going to take his Realtree Advantage. No, really. That's. I like that.
Now, I love Realtree. I've worn Advantage, but as I've going through enough Realtree because they switch it every year or two, APX that they've got right now I like, and then Realtree Extra.
Okay.
Realtree Extra early and like when it's green is really nice. APX has more shadows and is darker, and I like that as the year goes
Okay.
on.
And there is.
That's
I
what
mean,
my stealth strips are. I mean,
oh, you know what? I should have gone here.
let's do it.
My ghillie suit. That ghillie suit's freaking awesome.
You gotta get
Shout out Craig Garner.
You gotta get a different one. You look like a big Christmas tree.
It's an early season.
He has
Shout out
No,
Craig
I
Garner.
know the post. You just look like a big bush.
It's an early season ghillie. It's a green ghillie suit. Yeah.
Your leafy suits that you and
Yeah.
Papa had, those were good.
Those were good, yeah. But I mean, those were good for in the trees.
Yeah.
The ghillie suit I love on the ground.
That's perfect
But-
if you turkey hunted.
Yeah, I've used it some for deer hunting. But the problem with it is you pick up everything. You pick up every stick, every leaf, and it's harder than all get out to clean a ghillie suit. But I love that ghillie
You've almost
suit.
got to walk in and then put it on.
Yeah. That's what I started
why they're
doing.
Thin enough to
Yeah.
put in a backpack.
Yeah, that's what I started doing. Although I was wearing that the night that my decoy got shot by a rifle 15 yards in front of me, too. So maybe it was too good.
Yeah.
I was in a fence row. I had a decoy in front of me in a cornfield, bow hunting, and all of a sudden, a high-powered rifle shot at my decoy from the road. I ran a quarter mile in boots and a ghillie suit, though. That was impressive.
I would have loved to see that.
Would that
50.8 seconds?
No. Dude, I could taste blood by the time I got to the truck.
He was dying.
I was dying. I have used a decoy twice in my life.
That's not true. We used decoys numerous times that year, but
Really?
it was shot at twice.
It was.
I only
Which
remember
if
the 2 times it got shot at.
Which, if I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2. But
I'd have 2 nickels.
no, that night that we hunted in the blind on the other side of the property, looking for that big 10 or 12
Oh,
pointer,
yeah,
I had to
that's true.
carry it in.
Yeah, that's true. We did.
we
use it then.
used it a
For
few
some
times.
reason. I only remember the 2 times it got shot at. One time it got shot.
Well, that's because you're traumatized.
I mean, it had a hole in the back ham.
Not even in the chest.
No, it was in the back flank.
Whenever I did that project or
And
presentation,
we know both people that shot it. Neither one of them got in trouble.
whenever I did that project or presentation thing at Southern, when I did the deer meat thing and how you like cut a deer or whatever, I had questions like, why is there a hole in it? And I was like, well,
There's some rednecks in
Because
Franklin
that
County that
happened-
like to hunt from the road.
well, that happened in January and it got shot that November. So it was just 2 months.
All right. Next thing, you're up first, and I mean, this may be a one and done. Cell camera.
Oh, yeah. Tacticam.
Okay, let's go a little deeper. What brand of or what model? Because we've got 3 different models.
They all send pictures and videos.
That's not true. We're finding out because we've got the 2.0, the 3.0, and the X Pro.
All right. Which one's got GPS?
The pros.
The
Both.
pros.
Well, all 3 O's and the
Yeah.
pros.
Okay, so then I'll take the 3.0.
Okay. I am a simple guy. I like the 2.0. It doesn't have GPS, but you have an SD card in it because we're finding out that the pros and the 3.0s, if you don't have a memory card in it, you may not get the videos because we've requested some videos and not been able to get them. And that's a major downfall for me now.
Well, and you said you don't like, or you want to keep it simple. We've had too many cameras stolen, or messed with, not to have
The older
GPS.
ones. That's true.
Go with the X Pro because I personally
GPS.
bought a Pro for the situation.
Yeah.
Like we had history of people taking the other ones.
Yeah.
We weren't sure of this new area. I got a Pro for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yep. Okay. You're up first.
Mm-hmm.
Upper Decky month. It's your favorite month.
December.
I thought you might say that.
Give me December in a cornfield and I'm gonna thrive.
I get it, and I'm moving more toward that, but there's still nothing like Sweet November, baby.
No, and then I agree. It's its own
I
beast.
think you have a better chance of
And
patterning
that's
and
what-
shooting a mature deer
and
in
that's
December.
what I'm all about.
But
is
man,
that.
November is nothing better.
Yeah.
James, you want October?
I'll take February and March.
Oh, you like the shed hunting now?
over
Okay, all
October.
Off the side by side.
Yeah.
If my only option's October, then yeah, I'm
All right.
I'm gonna
all right,
take
it's fair.
February and
All right.
March.
You're up first on this one. Weather.
Cloudy,
Very nice.
50,
Too hot.
50-degree days in November. Perfect.
Too bad it's
with an
85.
8-mile-an-hour wind.
Very specific on the wind.
8 to 10 miles an hour.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm going to go sunny.
And 75.
No, I'm sweating like a
That's called liberal propaganda.
like a fat girl in church,
Blue Jay days?
but windy.
That's because he can be as lousy.
And hunt next to the bedding area. Sunny, windy, in the woods, baby.
What's your temp?
40s. Cool but sunny.
So a late November.
Yep.
Irish on 2:00.
Oof.
Crisp day.
Sunday's better. I'd rather be in front of the TV if the Irish are on. I know where you're going. You love these. Go ahead.
Cloudy, misty,
Yep.
with a
Nasty.
little bit of drizzle.
Nasty.
5 mile an hour wind, nothing crazy, and about 45 degrees.
40's starting to push it.
Get me in the tree.
Daytime 40's perfect.
Okay, yeah, but I'm talking. We're going in at 2:30 and it's already 40.
Yeah.
I said
That's going to be
42,
lower. That's going to be lower
45.
30s by the time you come out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be borderline.
Yep.
You're just soft.
All right, one more, and this one is crucial. You're up first, right?
Yeah.
Deer stand snack.
I went to the protein bars because they're more filling. Nothing beats a cream pie.
I hate you. I hate
What do you mean? Oatmeal cream pies are great.
They are good.
Okay, we're gonna have to like
The double stuffed are even better.
Excuse me.
That's called a tween.
let's just re-ask that question and then work back.
Favorite snack? Favorite deer stand or deer blind snack?
Oatmeal cream pies.
I'm gonna let you go first. You were the snack king back in the day.
Back in the day, shit. Look at him now.
There's no way he's gonna talk to me being 5'7", 200 pounds.
5'8", 188 now.
5'8", then I'm 6'4".
All right, let's go.
For nostalgia, ho-hos.
Yeah, baby.
Now,
you and Leroy in the blind with the ho-hos.
now I have evolved. I don't take traditional snacks anymore.
Banana.
I'll just leave it be at that.
Just take the pillows now.
I don't do
Suppresses
those things.
the hunger.
I don't do those things.
I just take the they're not really protein bars, but my breakfast bars. The
Nature
peanuts
Valley.
and-
Yeah. That's why I started taking those just because
Yeah.
they're more filling. But
you get hungry in the stand and you're good. You're
if
golden
I
with
take an
those.
oatmeal cream pie, I'll have to take a dozen.
But dude, there's nothing like the ho-hos back in the day.
I thought you were going to say
Ding dongs.
I thought you were going to say
were
ding
always a
dongs.
favorite of Leroy.
Yeah,
Leroy
but-
liked the ding dongs.
But literally anytime he also liked his ho-hos.
oh yeah,
But
and he'd fight you over him in the blind.
not quite what I meant. but when I am 27 today, if I see a ho-ho, I think of the blind.
You're
Yep.
27 today? Happy birthday.
All right, hold on. Do we have to move on from that? This is fun.
Yeah, he skipped some.
Did you skip some?
Yeah, he skipped a lot.
Yeah, I skipped a few, but we're at an hour and 12 minutes.
No, we're good. We've got time. I saw the last segment.
All right.
Well, we'll have to cut Jaden off quickly anyway.
All right, you're up first then. Deer call.
Mm.
I know what he's going to say.
What do you
Any call.
Ooh. Buck Roar 2.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. You probably took mine there. But
You've never had a 2.
oh, real buck roar. Okay.
Yeah, you idiot.
It's a difference in a buck roar and a 2.
Actually, more than you think.
Actually.
Let
me get into it. I'm the gadget guy.
I'm the gear guy. Okay. The reed is easier to adjust, so you can work through things quicker, which if we're doing a sequence, you don't have your cans. But you
I like
can,
cans.
You can, that's my number 2.
The aluminum.
That's that is way higher than a rattling pack. But the snort wheeze being there, even if you just want to hit it lightly, it's a great way to get rid of does at the end of the night too.
Yeah. That I've had more luck with snort wheezes for that than bucks.
I like get giddy when I get to do it. But the roar, there's a difference between the roar and then the mature buck more.
Okay.
It's more fine tuned.
I would go if I could. You took it, but buck roar is my favorite. I'm gonna call an audible because I'm dad. I can. An old grunt call before you guys' time
The one with the bands.
was the Primos True Talker.
We all got
That
a
was
grunt call if we
that
really
was
try.
That was a great one.
I remember
That was
the
a
True
that was a
Talkers.
really good one. You move that band up and down. You could go from a fawn to a doe to a young buck to a mature buck. That was a great one. And it wasn't. I love the buck roar, but it can be too aggressive. It can be too loud sometimes. Sometimes you just need that
and
little.
That's why I like the 2 so much more, because I don't use the trophy buck.
What's the one that Leroy had at one time that was like the videos and all that? What was that one?
Extinguisher?
Yes.
No, Papa didn't have an extinguisher.
I
That
thought
was-
he had an extinguisher.
the roar is what Lee and Tiffany and all those people were using. That's why we.
Well,
moved
I
to
thought
it.
he had an extinguisher at one time.
I thought he did.
I don't.
And I
think
liked
so.
the extinguisher. It sounded great, but I never could get it to
Get out
project
there.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a deer within 50 yards of you, it sounded amazing, but I'm not grunting if I've got a buck within 50 yards of me.
I might hit my can call
Yeah, behind the tree. I've done that. Yeah.
in my little pocket.
But since you took the buck roar, I'm going to go with the rack pack. And the reason for that is I've had some awesome encounters when I've rattled in bucks.
I got that dumb
when it-
idiot up there with the
Yeah, well, I mean, when you rattle and you see them come charging in, man, there's nothing like it. I've never killed a deer, I don't think. That
I think you
rattled
have.
in. I didn't rattle him in.
He said
He made a bad joke.
Oh, I don't think I've ever killed a deer that I rattled in, but I've had some amazing encounters. I've killed deer that I grunted in, but I've also found that the biggest deer I've grunted in do what Droop did, and you're screwed. They're gonna go 100 yards around you, and you're nailed.
Yep.
But I want to go back to something, because you chose that over the can, and that surprises me, because I want to go back to a few episodes ago where you no longer blind call. And I
Very
think,
seldom.
and because it's so limited on your situation for rattling, you can't do it in the open, because all they got to do is look and they know it's not there. So are you going off of the fun part of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just straight vibes.
Yes, it's straight. I mean, it may be a stinking yearling, but when they come in slobbering, and
Yes,
I mean they
that
are
is
just
fun.
aggressive, it's freaking awesome.
But there's also not a single bigger letdown than when they come crashing through.
And you're
can't
ready,
see.
and
It's an 11 pointer.
It's a forkhorn.
You've got your bow ready, because you're like, it's gonna come in, and here comes some dorky running right under your tree.
The best
Horn
buck
dog.
I ever rattled in, I blew. I missed him. I
that
shot
the
over his back.
170?
The 170. Yeah, I mean that was a dream. I rattled that puppy in. He came on a string, and I missed him. I just blew it. But
You blew it.
you blew it. All right, best call.
I'm gonna say extinguisher, but I'm gonna add in their sequence.
What?
Yeah,
The sequence.
yeah.
It's not a call.
I said I'm gonna say the extinguisher,
but you've got to
you can't
use it
be-
in an.
My
in a
favorite
sequence.
with action and for the vibes is the sequence.
Okay. I mean, I always use a sequence too. I'm not questioning
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was just saying that's not a call.
No, I said yeah.
All right, scent control.
I don't believe in it. It's propaganda. Based a good shower. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna go out without showering.
Okay, moving on.
It's your problem.
There's an awkward silence. You
Well,
finished
because
your
I'm
thought
thinking.
and
I'm like scent control. I mean, I used to be.
Gears are spinning.
I used to be so wrapped up in it because Leroy was. I mean, I'm still I'm gonna shower with scent-free soap, and I'm gonna use a scent-free deodorant,
Yep.
and that's I think
I'll
about
spray
as-
down just to add to
we
it.
do
but
still. I don't know how much I buy that anymore. I'm not
If
as
I had the
religious
choice-
with it as I used to
If
be.
I had the choice of taking a shower or just going out and spraying down, I'm
You're
gonna take
showering
showering
with no spray. Yeah, James.
I like it so much it scares me and I don't use it.
What?
VS Window Estrus.
Oh, That's not really scent control.
Put it on your boots and run out there, bud.
That's attractant.
But no. But you can use it as scent control based on where you put it.
Sure.
You know, and I think that is probably the most effective
Dude,
because you're using natural deer scent. But your story of being locked under the tree, having it on my hands and walking out.
But it's never replicated with the stick. That was when it was VS1 and it was liquid. It was like Tinks or whatever. Since they went to the stick, and we use deer herd in a stick from the same border crossing laboratory as we've used it for years.
The mouse in your pocket
as a cover scent.
We have.
No, I know. I'm
As a
saying
cover
he's
scent.
the only one that uses it anymore.
But
really.
I use it all
But
the time.
VS1, when it was in the liquid, that's when it was scary effective.
I know, but even
I've had more spook at the VS1 in a stick than I have come to it.
I won't find out.
Because you're afraid of it.
I'm terrified of it.
One of these days when we all go out and hunt the same woods, I'm gonna cover his boots in it.
I hunted.
know.
I hunted with Leroy.
Hey,
I can smell it a mile away. Exactly.
On your bill of your hat.
I've got Mom's nose. I'd smell it as soon as it got
and
out
that
of the
would
car.
eat through the fabric on the hat.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, it would literally disintegrate the
jerk.
fabric. Yeah,
And then complain about having to buy me another hat.
$5 at Wolf.
Yeah, no, it's not like we were
right.
these.
All right, last one. You're up first. This is going to be a tough one. Hunting partner.
Sorry, boss.
I think we have the common.
You can't take him. I already have. So it's Joshua.
No. In this one, I make the rules. It's all right.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I think that this is part of
I'm surprised you took him.
this is part of
You
what
have
makes hunting great, though.
Way
You
more
guys,
memories with Leroy.
yeah,
than I
you
do.
guys both took me. I would take Leroy, but the times with you guys are just as special, and that's I think what makes it what it is to us and to so many people.
Well,
That's just it. That's what it is. It's that bond that you can't really explain.
and I would, because you said I'm surprised you didn't go with Pawpaw. I would give anything to go out in the woods with Pawpaw.
Well, yeah.
But when I hunted with Pawpaw, I'm not sure I was hunting. I was sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
And praying to God that a deer crossed in front of me, or I was sitting in the blind with him. And I will never trade those things. But the hunter that I am today, which is when this question is based on, I'm not sure that Pawpaw and I would get along. I'm not sure that the
We do
things,
things a lot differently than he did.
I'm not sure that would be like to go out with Pawpaw again. But as a hunting partner, I don't think we'd see eye to eye on some things that I think are a big deal that he thinks are a big deal. And I'm not sure how much fun that would be because I've got this picture in my head and I don't want to ruin it. Whereas with you, I get to experience, the things that you sit here and talk about. Like that's my now. So I get to do those things, and that's the difference is I would give anything to be able to hunt again with him. But at the same time, no, we probably would clash. And I don't want to ruin what I have in my mind of that.
Okay.
See, what I hate is scrolling TikTok and you find you can't wait to hunt on your own stuff. And then next thing you know, you're not in a stand with your dad again. And then I'm mid-turn on the toilet tearing up.
You need more water.
Those suck. I hate those. Okay. Wow.
Wow, that was like a 180, man. It was just
Yep.
0 to 100.
All right. So we're going to move on to the last part tonight. And kind of talking about Leroy. We're going to go, what would Leroy say?
Careful.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right. We've debated inches, which is important no matter what anybody says,
In every aspect of life.
age, and history. All right. So let's settle it. What would Leroy say makes a shooter buck.
When? Like
He's got meat on his bones.
like my pawpaw or
Yeah.
I know, but like
90s pawpaw.
my pawpaw or old pawpaw with a dart hanging out of his mouth and his camo.
Your pawpaw.
Okay. Because those are two totally different things.
The one with the dart hanging out is anything with antlers.
or anything that walks. I mean,
Well, like I said earlier, it is, what does he score? How old is he? Is there a shooting lane? That was
That's a
Leroy back in
huge
the day. Is there a shooting lane? Then he's a shooter.
yeah.
The pawpaw you hunted with.
Good Lord. You better be off the tit if you're going to sling the arrow.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that,
Okay. Jaden, what would Leroy say? What makes a shooter buck?
he's still got his spots.
Heard that one before.
He's a 3-year-old deer.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's hard because I didn't.
Well, what do you think? What do you think Leroy would say?
I think he would say, if it's got meat on its bones, take it.
Okay.
Like I told you earlier, I passed up on deer that were probably 130 inches that I was worried about the recourse of what would happen.
But see, and I don't know that because I was too young for that.
I know, but like to give you an idea, like, I mean, literally, I could not draw back unless it was 130 inches.
Okay. So you guys, it was the Leroy that you hunted with. I'm going to go with the Leroy that I hunted with. And I'm going to say the one standing in front of you. Because I will never forget this. Down in Johnson County, we've talked about, his buddies would go down there hunting and I'd go down there with them and I would shotgun hunt. And I came up off that logging road in the Shawnee Forest and I go between two old barbed wire fences. And I'm ducking between them. I got my gun and I'm going over one. I'm straddled and under the other one. And I look up and there's a buck standing there looking at me like 20 yards. Yeah, literally. Literally. I'm down like this. And I look up and there's a buck.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's here. I felt that in my soul.
And I go. Well, guess what happened?
He probably let you shoot him.
He ran.
Yeah.
Why didn't you shoot him?
So when I went back to the camp that night, it was all, well, your dad, he'd have gone, laid out prone, bam, 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 bam. You want to see how to take the plug out of the gun, James?
Literally the first thing he taught me on when I cleaned my first gun.
So I would say the one in front of you. Because it was on. I mean,
Which, to attest to the story that you were talking about, we're walking in on one of our old properties and you had like a half-mile walk. And you loaded your gun at the four-wheeler, safety on, chambered, you're walking, and there's a whole doe train runs out in front of us. Well, I see the does, and I'm behind Pawpaw. There's my first problem. You'd think in front would be scary. Behind's just as bad. The next thing I know, the barrel of his 870 swings by my face.
you got to lead them, James.
Well, I'm behind him.
yeah, but they were running this way.
That gun went from straight in the air to straight at my face in less time than I could even react. And it's off his shoulder, leading them as they go through. And he goes, if I saw him 50 yards sooner, we'd have 2 deer.
Yep.
I'm like,
That's the truth.
You'd have a dead body, too.
That's the truth.
he goes, I could have told you to get ready and we'd have had 2 deer down. And I'm like, they were at dead sprints. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna kill
He'd have
them.
let it fly. 3, 4, 5 shots, whatever. Yep. Oh, Leroy. Well, we settled absolutely nothing tonight. We still don't agree on what makes a shooter. We proved mature deer are smarter than we'd like to give them credit for and really smarter than we are. And if your deer camp vote was real, at least one of us would be sleeping in the truck. Probably Jaden. But that's what makes hunting fun. Every camp has different opinions, different stories, and just enough trash talk to keep everybody humble. Even me. And this is our first episode since Father's Day. And this morning, I got my Father's Day present from James, and I'm wearing it tonight. And you probably can't see it, but I'll put a picture of it up. But it's the Reaper that we have behind us here. And it's a one-of-a-kind. He had that designed for me. It's our backdrop for our podcast. It's tattooed on me.
Twice.
Now, no, not the Reaper.
Oh, my bad.
Yep, just the Reaper. And now I have my very own custom
just
Reaper
gonna say this.
OS&G
That's
hat.
right.
Hey, what did you get?
Yeah,
for Father's
I'm waiting
Day?
on yours.
I got a refrigerator for our drinks.
Tacticam.
No,
every
I'm thinking about you
president
guys.
is Tacticam.
I'm thinking about you guys looking at this mini
we
fridge
do
over
have
here.
a mini fridge
you
in the
guys
studio
can,
now.
So you guys can
Yes.
hydrate.
Yes, hydrate. What I was drinking wasn't in there, though.
No, but it's the name of his patch too.
Yes, bourbon.
I was thinking about you guys. I was just
Yep.
thinking about me too.
So thank you, James.
There it is.
I love my Reaper hat. Thanks for hanging out with us. And remember, Leroy would probably just tell us to quit talking about the deer and just go hunt one. Even in July.
Whoa, wait.
No, he would
say
not. That was
He
a
would-
joke. He would not do that. He'd do a lot of stuff, but he wouldn't do that. So this is Jamie. This is Jaden. I'm Clark. We'll see you next time on OS&G.